All right, it is a big bom dia to all of our Brazilian people watching at home. Just finishing off that last one. Ritano not able to get the score on that one, so we'll just wrap that one up as we've got a new heat on deck. I might go and recompose myself and welcome into the booth what is the A team in Gig Solias, and of course Dutchy been down on the beach duty. Boys, it's been flat out. Look forward to seeing how this next one plays out.
Ballito on the east coast of South Africa plays host now to a huge selection of the world's best surfers, including this man doing his rookie year on the championship tour, defending event champion P.Crisanto, who stomped the field here last year, would take the full 10,000 points and go a long way towards qualification. Of course, P.Crisanto will be coming up next week in the up-and-coming Corona Open J-Base, stop 6 on the championship tour side of things. Judges are not going to overbar Dutch into anything special just yet. Meanwhile, here goes F.Nakagima. Nice open sweeps here from him. Gets that board traveling really nicely. Combination of turns, including a slam into the oncoming section. And he already knows that he's knocked on the door of input to the heat that's going to go maybe all the way to the finish line here. Still plenty of time ahead. 27 minutes of the 30 minutes we put aside for each heat.
This is Flavio's 5.83, and what I like about this wave, it was absolutely seamless. He flowed in between turns, but yeah, the waves are still, if you're not down here at the beach, you couldn't even possibly know how fun and how rippable these waves are. Session, so to speak, during the conclusion of every day is red hot. And we got up and riding. Just a quick one there for L.Silveira as he goes down.
In fact, this is one of those softer waves. You'll see the tide filling in quite quickly now over the next hour or two. Meanwhile, former world junior champion L.Silveira is at work here on his rusty stick and finally getting something meaningful here. He's picked on the little left-hander. We've seen lefts and rights playing a part, certainly more right.
On those first two turns, but finishing real strong. And here's the replay of surfer in blue, L.Silveira, also on the backhand. Just slamming those oncoming sections and finishes. You see on the replay here now, Rafael's opener kind of getting stuck on that first turn. Now he pumps into the inside section, still in that top third of the wave. Now he drops to the bottom, and there's a quality turn right at the end.
Well, here we go, L.Silveira back to live action here. A little bit of a dig there on the rail as he gets his second score trying to be constructed here. Judges still working on a score for his previous. Looks like judges are not overly impressed with what Silveira brought for that previous left-hander.
Glad I had Griffin in my heat, even though he's like one of the best surfers in the world. You'd think you wouldn't want him, but it's just always nice surfing with a friend. It's like a beautiful summer day. It just felt like a fun free surf, so it's cool.
Forecast for the weekend's looking pretty good. I'm sure you're excited.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, more waves, it's better. Yeah,
amazing. Well done, Ian. All the best.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Ian Crane. Little feather in the cap as he got the win over Griffin Colapinto. Watching the shape and form of P.Crisanto here.
This is the greatest event in the country, so I'm going to have to show my face there and show my support.
Well, showing his face now is R.Teixeira. Getting to work here. Already a 4.17 and a 2.43. He's got to up the numbers here in the mix. Nice combination there. So some powerful goofy foot surfing going to be exchanged here between R.Teixeira and F.Nakagima as this heat matures. And just watching the set move in here, I am seeing evidence of the tide filling in here. Also evidence of heat leader now, R.Teixeira, as he moves down the track here. End section slams are playing a big part. No one breaking into big numbers yet. Easily the best number belongs to this man here, F.Nakagima, now on the work to drop the 0.43. Opened with the 5.83, and he's just going to barely improve on a 0.43 in the Indian Ocean here on a day like today. Has got to be 15 meters to 20 meters. So he's going to be having a great view from up there. Of course, no need to have aerial surveillance. No incidents of sharks can be spoken about in this area, even if you peel the book all the way back to 1980. I think there was a little encounter kilometers from here. So it's generally a shark-free zone. It's good news, and I like to talk about it because
Yeah.
a lot of people
It's-
will always question that in South Africa.
They are dangerous creatures, but they're also incredibly beautiful creatures.
It's sort
And
of like encountering a big bear on a golf course, right?
Exactly. It's well, that's a lot more rare, maybe in the British Columbian golf course. But yeah, we do have to know about them, and like you said, be open about it. It's not a hush subject. So great topic there, Gigs.
Wow, P.Crisanto. Lovely finish there from him as we waffle on about all things in the Indian Ocean. The ripping was happening from P.Crisanto there, who's engaging into this heat now, and he needed to.
And here we go on the replay of P.Crisanto. Starts off with a carve back into the pocket. Now he gets up into the lip. Beautiful turn there. Great timing. Here's a stronger wrap around now, and the ever important finish, and that was a beautiful one to boot.
As new scores have been settling in the discussion, here we go with Flavio Nakajima. Power hit there. Second hammer's just a little bit shaded, so not a special second maneuver. It's going to just take the emphasis and the wow out of a combination.
That was definitely the best turn of the heat. We actually criticized the second turn, and it actually turned out to be the highest scoring wave of the heat, and now we're following his wave now here on the replay. That is the wave in question. So that first big turn definitely earning the bulk of that 6.9.
6 of P.Crisanto. And here goes R.Teixeira, who's now been bumped down to third, care of that wave of Nakajima, who is now the heat leader. So we'll have a look at all the numbers again shortly, but R.Teixeira is also got to ditch a 393 out of the equation. So a requirement just of a 2.74. So once again, we're expecting a breakthrough moment in this heat. Following R.Teixeira here.
That'll not be the moment.
Nah, that's not the breakthrough moment.
Obrigado.
Well, here we go. This is heat leader Flavio. Lovely snap to release. Now, good jam there as well. A little bit of a glitch. Third turn's a nice one. And it's not that nice. No petting the kitty there. He actually slaps the kitty so badly. We might report him to the SPCA. Seeing an improvement on a 5.83 there, Dutch.
No, not at all.
Meanwhile, live action.
R.Teixeira straight off the bottom. Nice hit into the lip. And flares the tail out and gets the completion.
Well, nice little weightless landing there from R.Teixeira.
As you say, is the story of this heat. Anything can go down at any moment. Your breakthrough moment, as you mentioned. Here we go, heat leader. That's a nice little two-turn comp.
It's not going to see an improvement on a 5.03, nor we feel. Now, this could be the breakthrough. Here we go. To the air. Again, nothing yet in the way of reshaping the heat. Nakajima leads. Silveira lies second. Teixeira's down in third, looking for the 4.58. Crisanto will go back to the lineup, looking for a 2.7. We're going to get, I'm calling a two-wave set come through, and that's going to maybe split the heat in half as we watch R.Teixeira here. Beautiful clean water. Gets a big dirty wrap from R.Teixeira. Second one. Nice heavy-footed work there. And Silveira will give a little bit of body language to the wrap-up of those two maneuvers.
And you could see when P.Crisanto took off on that wave, he stood on the back of his tail. He definitely was anticipating that one big maneuver, and he's found himself a little inside left here now. But look at that, just bouncing around. And not the cleanest of surfing on that one, but only requiring a small score.
Leader, former world junior champion R.Teixeira, amongst all his fellow countrymen, is getting his mark made here. This is Flavio Nakajima. Now, what Nakajima is doing is tapping into one of the topics that we said is how are we going to get a breakthrough score in this heat? And he needs just a 4.44. Let's have a look. His advancement, his requirements went up. Smart surfing from Nakajima is replacing scores. And the new numbers are all in. So we've crunched the numbers, folks. Crisanto down in third, looking for a 6.14. The advance to the next round is going to go to Silveira and Nakajima. So great result there in a very tightly fought Brazilian heat. We'll throw to a break with the relief of R.Teixeira, and we'll continue after the ads.